Hey everyone, welcome back to RealGolfersTalk.com. I am Jason, I'm your host, and I'm excited to talk about the John Deere Classic this week, give you guys my top 5, who I think is going to win. Then you got the Vegas top 5, so I'm really excited to get into that. And there's some other stories out there. We got the Trump controversy with the LPGA, and then we got the Jordan Spieth going back to the Australian Open. We got Lydia Ko, what's going on with her? Rory McIlroy, that seems like to be the topic of most. And then we got Tony Romo going back to the celebrity tournament. So a lot of things to talk about. But we'll jump right in here and we'll talk about the John Deere Classic and who I think are the best 5 people to win this tournament. And number 1, which I'm going to start with, Zach Johnson. How can you not start with Zach Johnson? Guy's won there. I mean, he's a big name. He won 2 major championships. So he's a guy that can definitely win this tournament. A journeyman player that's won multiple times, has won multiple majors. He obviously has a game to do it. He has an unbelievable, not long off the tee, but amazing wedge game and a great putter, and always has been so consistent. Great distance control with his putting, which is what's made him such a great putter. And I mean, you never see him hit it 10 feet past the hole putting the ball. So it's really good to see him back in this tournament because it gives him some kind of confidence going into the Open Championship. So I'm happy to see him playing, and he's my top favorite to win this week. And then you go down, I got Daniel Berger next. Guy who almost won the last time he played a few weeks ago, the Travelers, lost in that amazing hole out by Jordan Spieth out of a bunker. But a guy that's won this year, that plays really well, it's played so consistent this year, got himself in the top 10 of the FedEx Cup points standings. So I'm really excited to see what he can do. I mean, he definitely has a game. It has obviously, an indifferent swing that people are like, whoa, it's not conventional, but it doesn't matter. The guy plays well. He knows how to win. He can do it. Let's calm down a little bit. So I'm excited to see what he can do here at the John Deere. So another guy going number 3 is Kevin Kisner. A guy who's also won this year, but he's so sneaky good. Like, the guy is just, I don't know if you ever noticed it, but he doesn't struggle a whole lot. He just like makes cuts, and then he's like sneaky on the leaderboard. You're just like, oh, there's Kevin Kisner. What the fuck? I mean, he's not a household name yet where everybody knows who he is, but he should be because he's always there. He's a very consistent golfer. I know he's in his like mid-30s, but the guy can play golf. And it's really good to see someone like that, because a guy that you don't expect, that's why he's on my radar, is because the guys don't expect to win, but he can absolutely win. He puts himself in such good positions to win. So I'm excited to see what he can do. And then number 4, you got Charlie Hoffman. That's another guy that I have as a favorite because, I mean, he's just, the last couple years, especially the last couple years, so much better golf. And I miss his draft. I miss the hair, the Goldilocks. I call them Goldilocks because that's what they were. Not to like put him down or anything. I just love the hair. I wish he'd grow it back. Love the hair, but a guy that just keeps playing, journeyman type player that just keeps trying to win. He's won a few times. He just plays well. And just a guy that I think on Sunday he's going to have one of the best chances to win. I just think he's going to be there. So that's why I picked him. And then we got a sleeper pick here at number 5. Sleeper pick, and really because I've really liked what I saw out of him last week, especially Sunday, shoots a 65 at the Greenbrier, is Bryson DeChambeau. Now, very awkward. The guy, 6-iron length on all this. So you're looking at a wedge going, what the fuck is this? Is this a wedge? He's 60 yards away. It looks like a fucking 6-iron. But it's a wedge. Everything the same length. Studies the game of golf really well. Focuses on every single bit of detail. And that's what it takes to be a champion, when you study all the things that he studies and looks at all the things that he does. Even though it's different, doesn't mean it can't win. We've seen that so many times. Guys with swings that look perfect and guys with swings where you're questioning that. And then with him, the big thing is not the swing, it's his clubs. So doesn't mean it can't win, doesn't mean it's not going to be good, and he's very good. So I expect him to be near or at the top of the leaderboard on Sunday when we're all said and done. So those are my 5 guys. If you're looking at Vegas, and you're looking at the top 5 for Vegas, at number 1 they have Daniel Berger. They got Daniel Berger at number 1. Then they got Brian Harman, who I like this pick. If I would pick in top 6, he'd be my 6th guy. Brian Harman, I just love, even though he's shorter off the tee, this and that, but I love the game he's got. I love the grit and the continued success that he keeps having. He keeps getting better and better, and that's what you love to see out of golfers. It takes time. It took him a little bit more time to get where he wanted to be, but he's continuing to get there. He's going to win more tournaments. I really like this. Even though he has this mallet fucking putter. It's a huge-ass putter, but he's so good at being consistent and not giving up even when he has a faulty hole, or like the Open, the United States Open when he lost there. I mean, you can see it. It was I mean, you just saw it in his face. He just looked like defeated, but it happens. He got over. He come back the next week. He plays well. Took a couple weeks off. I'm glad to see that he took some time off, but I expect to see some good things, and I'm glad Vegas sees that and they expect the same thing. Then you got Charlie Hoffman, who I also picked. Love that pick there. You got Danny Lee, which is kind of an indifferent pick. Like, he plays consistent, but to win, I mean, I know he's won, but to say he's going to win this tournament, that might be a little too much. I think there's some other players they could have put up there, and then they got Kevin Kisner as well, who I picked. So three of the 5 guys are on my radar that they put on their radar, so that's kind of cool. That seems like every week we go back where I have 3 and they have 3, so there's some similarities there in what I'm seeing and what they're seeing, and then they got a couple other guys. So really good stuff at the John Deere. I expect to see a lot of good things, and I'm excited about it. Now to get back into this controversy with Donald Trump, and I don't know if you guys like him or don't like him, or like this story or don't like this story, but to me, it's kind of hard to say that this is Donald Trump's fault, or to say, oh, we shouldn't be doing that. The guy owns a golf course. Take away the presidency, take away all that stuff. He owns a golf course. He owns multiple golf courses, most famous Row. And he has a major championship scheduled. They made a contract. They signed that thing. And then they want to take it away because they heard he's running for president. That's not a way to... I understand why, like, oh, this could put a lot of pressure. No, did it do anything? Because that was already signed. That was already signed, and then they try to pull out. That's so stupid. That's so stupid they even try to do that. I understand that you want to stay away from politics and stuff like that, but that's not why you signed to play there. You love the course. Donald Trump wasn't talking about the LPGA Tour and a major championship playing this course to run for president. Okay, so you got to understand, he's an owner of a golf course, and he wants all the attention put on that course. So it makes sense why he would do that, trying to sue. They wanted to pull out because he was running for president, and he said, hey, if you do that, I'm going to sue. And it makes total sense, because if you're an owner of a golf course and that happens and you sign a contract and they try to pull out, you're going to do the same thing. So hopefully people aren't mad. But if you are, maybe you're looking at something I'm not. But I can't see it. I don't see why they're mad or upset about this at all. This was some good stuff. This makes sense to me. You don't sign on for a major championship and then try to take it back just because someone's in the running. The guy's a very successful business owner. He owns all kinds of things. Golf courses is obviously things that he owns. You can't take away from an owner just because of that. And I completely understand, and I side with him. I don't care if you like Donald Trump or not, but just as a golf owner of a golf course, like he owns a golf course, you would be pissed too if someone's trying to pull out, where all that attention in media now gets pulled out of that as well. You want people to come to your golf course. And how do you do that? You bring a major championship to a golf course, everybody that's watching golf sees that, now they're going to want to play there. So obviously that makes sense for him to want to do that. So those are my thoughts on that. And then, a small topic, Jordan Spieth returning to the Australia Open. I like that. Won twice there. 2015, lost in a playoff. I mean, the guy plays well there. It's good for Australia. It's good for him going there. All the fans are going to want to go there. More people are going to want to watch it. I know I'm going to want to watch it because I love Jordan Spieth, which I talk about almost every week. But to see him come back there, it's cool. And I expect him to win that tournament. So it's just good for Australia, and it's good to keep bringing more people interested in wanting to go play there. Because if he keeps playing there, keeps winning, it's just going to drive more people from America over there to want to play. So some good stuff there. And then you got the story with Lydia Ko and her inconsistent golf. Come on, guys. Let's be real here. Lydia Ko, very young. She came out at such a young age. And all the pressure that's built on her. And I understand that. When you're that good, there's going to be that pressure. I get it. But she's so young. This is why she's struggling. It's like, they call the sophomore slump. It just happens. When you add time and pressure and it continues to go, your mind starts to go a little bit fucking crazy. So we got to back off for a little bit. I understand the questions. I understand it. She's a very good player. She's supposed to be one of these amazing players that come out every century. But you've got to let her play the game. Let her get used to playing and dealing with the pressure before you start putting so much more pressure on her by asking her so many questions about why she's faltering. She's faltering because she's not used to dealing with this kind of pressure. And for this amount of time, I mean, to come out and play professionally and then have people just ask you every day, every week, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You lose your mind a little bit. So it makes sense why she's struggling. But if we back off, I guarantee you Lydia Ko is going to come back from this. She's not going to be a Honey Sang story where she puts so much pressure on herself and then all of a sudden just falters and can't come back. She will come back. We just got to give her some time. Understand that she's so young that we need to let her have that time. And she will come out and be successful again and be a great player. Just let her deal with the issues at hand. Kind of take a break a little bit from being so harsh on her. And we'll see her again. It's not the end of Lydia Ko by any stretch. So that's that with Lydia Ko. Those are my thoughts. And then we got Romo in the celebrity tournament, which I'm excited about. I love to see Tony Romo. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, so I love Tony Romo, even though he broke my heart a lot. But I love the guy. I think he's a great dude, and I love that he loves golf and he's good at it. So obviously he's a co-favorite to win the celebrity tournament. But it's cool that he's there. It's cool for the game of golf to see a guy that was a professional quarterback for a long time for a big team like the Dallas Cowboys who've won 5 Super Bowls. Not with him, but they won 5 Super Bowls. They get all the attention in the world, it seems like, for him to go there. So it's just another good thing for golf, and more fans again will want to watch that just because of him. So it's kind of cool, brings more attention there, and hopefully he wins because I like the guy. So, but the other story here, which I talk about every fucking week, and I'm really tired of talking about this every week. It seems like almost every episode I'm talking about this kind of shit. Rory McIlroy. I love Rory McIlroy. I do. I swear to you, I love this guy. I do. I think he's great. He's all the talent in the world. But let me tell you, he said, I know it sounds like a broken record out here, but I feel like I'm close. I can't even talk about that without fucking taking a swig. Oh, we're opening another fucking beer. Why? Why would you say that, Rory? God, I fucking hate that shit. And I'll tell you why I hate it. He knows he's not close. How is he close? He's missed cuts. He's chunking wedges. You can't chunk fucking wedges and say you're close. You are missing short. You are missing left. You are missing right. You are not close. You're changing putters every fucking 2 seconds. You are not close. And this is what I hate about the media, because you're taught to be professional for kids and everything like that. You can still be professional and be honest. You got to be honest. He knows it. He knows that he needs to do better, and not just a little bit. If he was close, he'd be like 10th, 15th at the worst, and just missing a couple things here and there. His game is not good right now. It's not. It's bad. It's not fun to watch because he has all this potential and he's not living up to the hype right now. Obviously, he won the 5 major championships, okay, or 4 major championships, excuse me. He's won 4 major championships. He knows how to win. The guy is only looking for the green jacket for the career Grand Slam. I mean, he's a great player with so much potential. But just come out and say, you know what? I'm not where I want to be right now, and I'm going to keep working hard, and I'm going to get there. I'm going to get to where I need to be. Don't come out and say every week you're close. You're not fucking close. I'll be shocked if you make the cut this week. I'll be shocked at the Scottish Open if you make the cut this week. You are not playing well. Please, God, be honest with somebody. Tell him that because I like you, man. I don't like talking shit on a fucking video about Rory McIlroy when I like you. I like Rory McIlroy. I sit in the TV and watch this guy go, Rory. I do that all the time. I like the guy. But somebody's got to tell him to be honest with himself and be honest with the media in a professional way. I understand the frustration. I get it. But you can't talk about being close when everybody in this fucking world, a 5-year-old, knows you're not close. They can see going, yeah, I watched Rory McIlroy dominate fucking championships. Why is he hitting a wedge 80 yards when it's supposed to be 100? Because he sucks right now. His game is not where it needs to be. He's been injured. He's not the same consistent golf right now because he hasn't had the same amount of play of golf. And he can come back from this. And he can have dominant end of the season and make a run at the FedEx Cup. But he's got to stop saying he's close because he's not. Good Lord. Every day it seems like there's a story on Rory McIlroy. I'm fucking tired of talking about Rory McIlroy. The only time I want to talk about Rory from now on is if he's fucking winning a championship or he's close and he's like almost about to win. Not talking about some bullshit that came out of his mouth. Good Lord. Oh, anyway, now I'm double fisting. Anyways, but these are the topics of golf today. I'm excited to watch the John Deere. Let's get excited about that. Let's forget about Rory McIlroy for the rest of the day, and we'll get on and we'll watch round one, and then we'll have another video talking about round one. All right? I appreciate everybody joining me. I'd love your thoughts and comments. Please email me or comment on the page. Love feedback. Love you guys for watching. This is Real Golfers Talk. I'm Jason. See you guys next time.